Have you ever scrolled through Instagram or Pinterest, seen those stunning homes, and thought, how do they make it look so effortless? So them, I just have stuff. Here's a secret. Aesthetic homes aren't about having the most expensive things. They're about intentional choices. That magic you're feeling isn't a filter, it's a feeling. It's the feeling of a space that truly resonates with who you are. Welcome back, friends. Today, we're moving beyond trends and into the heart of creating a home with soul. We're breaking down 9 transformative, totally doable ways to decorate that will make your home not just look aesthetic, but feel aesthetic. From the power of emptiness to the art of the personal treasure, let's create spaces that tell your story. Section 1. The power of the third surface, the forgotten canvas. Let's start by changing your literal perspective. Most of us decorate on one plane, the eye-level wall. Furniture goes on the floor, art goes on the wall, and we call it a day. But truly layered, aesthetic spaces engage all 3 dimensions, what I call the third surface strategy. The first surface is, of course, the floor. It's the foundation, but it's not just about hardwood or tile. It's about what you layer on it. A great rug doesn't just define a zone. It adds color, pattern, and a crucial layer of texture and sound absorption. Think of a chunky jute rug in a breezy living room or a vintage, faded Persian under a modern sofa. That contrast is where visual interest is born. Now, lift your eyes. The second surface is your walls, and yes, art is key. But let's think beyond a single, centered print. Create a gallery wall that tells a story over time. Lean larger art on shelves, or the floor for a casual, collected feel. Don't forget texture here too. A woven basketry wall hanging, a piece of carved wood, or even strategically placed architectural salvage adds depth that flat art alone cannot. But the most neglected surface, the ceiling, your 5th wall. This is your chance for drama and intimacy. A statement pendant light isn't just a light source. It's a sculptural element that draws the eye up and makes the room feel considered from every angle. Think of a classic paper lantern in a bedroom for soft, diffused light, or a bold, black, linear chandelier over a dining table. Even paint can play a role here. A ceiling in a soft, contrasting color, like a pale sage or a warm terracotta, can make a room feel cozy and enveloping, rather than just a white lid. So, your action step this week. Stand in your room and slowly look from the floor, up the walls, to the ceiling. What's missing? Does the floor need a layer? Are the walls too bare or too flat? Is the ceiling just a forgotten afterthought? Decorating in these 3 layers creates a fully immersive experience. It's no longer just a room you look at. It's a space you feel surrounded by. This is the foundation of a truly aesthetic home. Section 2. Curate. Don't just consume the edited eye. In the age of next-day delivery, it's easier than ever to fill our homes. But aestheticism isn't about fullness, it's about curation. It's the quiet confidence of having fewer, but better, more meaningful things. This is the heart of the quiet luxury trend we're seeing, but it's more than a trend, it's a philosophy. It means shifting from asking what can I add to what does this space truly need. It's about embracing negative space, allowing your favorite pieces to breathe and speak for themselves. Start with a ruthless edit. I know it's hard. Take everything off a shelf, a mantle, a console table. Look at each item. Does it bring you genuine joy? Does it have a function or a powerful memory attached? Is it truly beautiful to you? If not, thank it and let it go. You're not creating a museum, you're creating a sanctuary. The goal is to be surrounded only by things that resonate. This process, often called a home edit, is the single most powerful thing you can do to elevate your space. Now, reintroduce items with intention. Think in odd numbers. Groups of 3 or 5 are more dynamic to the eye. Vary heights and textures. Place a tall, sculptural candlestick next to a small, smooth stone and a stack of books with an interesting spine. This creates a mini composition. Remember, every item is part of a visual sentence. You want that sentence to be poetic and clear, not a run-on paragraph of visual noise. This mindset also applies to new purchases. Become a collector, not a consumer. Instead of buying a cheap, trending decor item from a fast fashion home store, save for one piece of handmade pottery from an artist you love. Hunt for that one perfect vintage glass vase at a flea market. Your home becomes a gallery of your life's finds, not a showroom of last season's trends. This slower, more intentional approach is key to achieving that timeless, quiet, luxury interior look that feels both personal and profoundly stylish. Section 3. The texture tango beyond sight, the feel of a space. We decorate primarily for the eyes, but we experience a space with all our senses. This is where texture becomes your secret weapon. A room that is all smooth and shiny, a leather sofa, a glass table, a lacquered cabinet, can feel cold and sterile, like a hotel lobby. A room that's all one texture, like everything in soft chenille fabric, can feel flat and boring. The magic happens in the mix. I call it the texture tango, a dance between contrasting tactile elements. Let's break it down. You want to incorporate a mix of at least 3 texture families. Soft, think boucal, chenille, shearling, wool throws, natural jute, rattan, cane, raw wood, stone, linen, and smooth, shiny, polished metal, ceramic, glass, lacquer, marble. On your sofa, pair a smooth leather with a nubby, chunky knit throw and linen pillows. On your dining table, pair sleek ceramic plates with rough-hewn wooden bowls and linen napkins. This contrast is what creates depth and a feeling of richness that has nothing to do with cost. And don't forget the literal touch points, the things your hands interact with daily. A brushed brass doorknob feels different from a polished chrome one. A matte, ceramic light switch plate feels more considered than a standard plastic one. A hand-carved wooden spoon in your kitchen utensil crock. These micro-textures add up to a macro feeling of quality and tactility. This is a huge part of the cozy, minimalist, and organic modern aesthetics, spaces that feel clean and simple, but deeply inviting and warm because of their textural layers. So, audit your room for texture. Is it all one note? Introduce a basket for blankets. Swap out a polyester pillow for one in raw silk or heavy linen. Add a travertine coaster next to a metallic vase. When you master the texture tango, your room won't just look good in a photo. It will invite people in. It will say, sink in, stay a while, feel at home. That is the ultimate aesthetic goal. Section 4. The 60-30-10 rule. Your color compass. Color can be the most intimidating part of design. So many choices, so much potential for clash. Let me give you a foolproof, professional framework. The 60-30-10 rule. It's a classic for a reason. It works. It creates balance and harmony without sacrificing interest. Think of it as your color compass for any room. 60% of the room should be your dominant, neutral color. This is usually your walls, large area rugs, and maybe your primary sofa. It's the backdrop. Think whites, beiges, warm grays, or soft, muted tones. 30% is your secondary color. This provides the visual interest and personality. It's often your upholstery-like accent, chairs, curtains, or a significant portion of bedding. This is where you might introduce that color you love. A deep navy, a earthy terracotta, a calming sage green. It should complement your 60% color but have enough contrast to be distinct. This color creates the body of the room's color story. Finally, 10% is your accent color. This is the spice. It's for throw pillows, small decor items, art matting, or a single statement piece of furniture. This is where you can have fun with a pop of something bold or metallic, a mustard yellow, a deep burgundy, or a hit of brass and black. This 10% creates movement and draws the eye around the room. It's the finishing touch that makes the scheme feel complete and designed. Why does this work? It prevents that overwhelming feeling of a room that's just too much of one color, or a chaotic jumble of every color fighting for attention. It's a recipe. For a trending look like coastal grandmother or modern cottage, your 60% might be a creamy white, your 30% a soft blue or natural linen tone, and your 10% a rattan and sea glass green. For a dark academia vibe, 60% could be a deep charcoal wall, 30% a rich oak wood tone, and 10% a vintage brass and oxblood leather. Use this rule as your starting point, and you can't go wrong. Section 5. Strategic lighting. It's all about the glow. Let's talk about the single most transformative element in any space: light. And I'm not talking about the clinical overhead ceiling fixture we all dread. That's just illumination. What we're after is ambience. Aesthetic spaces are bathed in intentional, flattering light. It's the difference between a passport photo and a portrait by a master painter. The golden rule: layer your light sources at different heights. You want a beautiful, diffused glow that eliminates harsh shadows and creates pockets of warmth. Start by identifying your 3 layers. First, ambient light. This is your soft, general fill light. It can come from uplights lights that bounce off the ceiling, wall sconces with shades, or even the reflected glow from other lamps. The key is that it's indirect. Next, task light. This is focused light for specific activities. The classic reading lamp by an armchair, a pendant light over a kitchen island, a small desk lamp. It's both functional and a sculptural element. Finally, accent light. This is the jewelry. It's the light that highlights your favorite features. A picture light over artwork, a tiny LED strip inside a bookshelf to make your collections glow, or simple, flickering candlelight. Now, let's get technical for a second. Color, temperature. That bulb you grab at the store matters immensely. Avoid cool, blue-toned daylight bulbs, 5 mil. Anywhere you want to feel relaxed. They feel like a dentist's office. For living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms, aim for warm, white 2700K, 300K. This replicates the cozy, golden hue of sunset or incandescent light. It makes skin tones look better, wood feels richer, and your home instantly feels more inviting. This attention to light quality is a cornerstone of high and warm minimalism styles. Your mission, by tonight, turn off your main overhead light. I'm serious. Plug in a floor lamp and angle it towards a corner. Turn on a table lamp across the room. Light a candle on your coffee table. See how the room feels. It becomes intimate, dynamic, and deeply aesthetic. Lighting isn't just functional, it's emotional design. It sets the mood for your entire home. Section 6. The personal gallery. meaning over mass production. We've all seen the generic live, laugh, love art. Let's move beyond that. Your walls should tell your story, not a home store's story. An aesthetic home is a curated museum of your life. This is where we embrace grand millennial style, the art of mixing heirlooms with modern pieces, or the Wonder Camera trend, the cabinet of curiosities. Your personal gallery isn't just about framed posters. It's about framing your memories and passions. What can you frame? Literally anything that has meaning. That beautiful silk scarf from your grandmother. Frame it like a piece of textile art. The topographic map from your favorite hiking trail. Frame it, a page from a beloved falling apart book. A postcard collection from your travels. Your child's abstract painting, which is genuinely fantastic modern art, by the way. Even functional objects can be art. A beautiful wooden tennis racket. A vintage camera collection on a floating shelf. A set of antique keys, shadow box. The power here is in the presentation and grouping. Use consistent, simple frames, black, white, or natural wood, to create cohesion and let the eclectic items shine together. Create a salon-style wall where things are added slowly over years, not bought in one kit. Mix sizes, orientations, and object types. Place a small, framed photo next to a large woven basket on the wall. The juxtaposition is everything. It says you're collected, thoughtful, and interesting. You'll walk by and remember the trip, the person, the moment. This emotional resonance is the highest form of aesthetic. It's a home that is not just decorated, but deeply lived in and loved. It's the heart of the slow decor movement. Section 7. Nature is your best accessory. Biophilic design. No aesthetic is complete without a breath of fresh air, literally. Incorporating nature isn't just about a potted plant in the corner. It's a design philosophy called biophilic design, our innate human need to connect with the natural world. Studies show it reduces stress and increases creativity. Visually, it adds life, movement, and an irreplaceable organic texture that nothing man-made can replicate. Start with the obvious, plants, but think in scales. A large statement tree like a fiddle leaf fig or a bird of paradise can anchor a corner and become a living sculpture. Medium plants on shelves or side tables add layers. And don't forget trailing plants. A pothos or philodendron spilling from a high shelf adds soft, vertical lines. Pro tip: group plants together to create a mini jungle effect. They thrive on the shared humidity, and it makes a bigger visual impact. But nature goes beyond greenery. It's about natural materials. A bowl of lemons or pears on the kitchen counter adds a punch of color and a sense of abundance. A vase with a foraged branch, blossoming in spring, bare and sculptural in winter. Incorporate stones, shells, or pieces of driftwood as bookends or paperweights. Use water in a small, recirculating tabletop fountain for the soothing sound. Even the materials of your furniture count: the grain of solid wood, the weave of rattan, the cool touch of stone. Finally, consider the view and light. Can you arrange a chair to look out a window at a tree? Can you use sheer curtains to soften sunlight and create dappled patterns? This connection to the outdoors is paramount. A room that embraces biophilic interior design feels calm, grounded, and energized all at once. It's never sterile. It's a living, breathing ecosystem that you get to be a part of. It's the ultimate fresh idea. Section 8. The Spark Joy Shelf. Curated. Max, Seema, Lism. We talked about editing, but what about those of us who love collections, who find joy in objects? Enter the Spark Joy Shelf. This is for the aspiring maximalist, or anyone who wants to display their passions without tipping into clutter. It's the art of intentional abundance. The rule is simple: one shelf, one surface, curated to perfection. This could be a bookshelf, a mantle, a console table, or even a windowsill. Choose your canvas. Now, clear it completely. Gather all the potential items you might want to display. Your favorite books, small sculptures, ceramics, photographs, trinkets from travels. Hold each one. Does it spark a genuine feeling of joy or curiosity? If it's just fine, put it away. You're selecting an all-star team, not filling a roster. Aim for a mix of items with personal significance and pure visual appeal. Now, style it like a pro. Use the triangle method for visual balance. Place a taller item on one side, your hero piece, the most beautiful object, slightly off-center, and a medium-height item on the other side to form a visual triangle. Create little vignettes within the shelf. Leave breathing space. This is crucial. The negative space around your objects is what makes them feel precious and displayed rather than stored. Add a small piece of art leaning at the back of the shelf for depth. Section 9. Furniture as art, statement, silhouettes. Soften a rigid modern space with a curvaceous, organic form side table. Ground an airy boho room with a chunky, brutalist-inspired bookshelf. When you choose one piece with a strong, artistic silhouette, it does the work of 10 mundane pieces. It becomes a functional sculpture. How do you choose your statement piece? Look for interesting lines. Is the chair back an architectural arch? Does the table base have a twisted sculptural form? Is the cabinet door cut in an unexpected shape? Materials also play a role here. A buccal-covered lounge chair, a lividge wood slab dining table, a console made of welded steel rods. These pieces have a presence. They command attention and become the natural anchor of the room. Now, here's the key. Let it breathe. Don't crowd your statement piece. Give it room to be seen and appreciated from all angles. Pair it with simpler, more understated companions. Your sculptural sofa can be paired with a simple wooden coffee table. Your dramatic, fluted cabinet can hold a very edited collection of items. The contrast makes the statement piece shine even brighter. This is a masterstroke in contemporary interior design. This isn't about buying the most expensive item. It's about being brave and choosing something you truly love for its form, not just its function. Scour vintage shops, Etsy, or local maker markets for that one-of-a-kind find. This piece will define your space for years to come and prove that you're not just following trends, you're setting the tone for your own unique aesthetic. And there we have it, 10 ways to move beyond decoration and into the realm of creating a true aesthetic for your home. Remember, it's not about copying a picture perfectly. It's about using these principles, the layers, the texture, the light, the personal stories, as your toolkit. Start with one thing. Maybe this week, you edit one shelf. Next week, you play with lighting. The week after, you hunt for that one statement piece. Your home is a living project, a story that's always being written. Most importantly, your aesthetic should feel like you. It should be a space that calms you, energizes you, and tells your story without saying a word. If this resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps. Which of these 10 ideas are you going to try first? Tell me in the comments below. I love hearing from you. And if you're hungry for more, subscribe and hit the bell for weekly videos where we dive deep into making your home your sanctuary. Thanks for watching. And remember, good design isn't about perfection. It's about intention. Now go make your space beautiful. See you next time.